Hello, being confirmed. It is real information from Instagram that corroborates all the things I've been talking about and telling people for months, if not years. So that was hugely validating today. Today is June 4th, 2018, and over the last 24 hours, a bunch of news has come out that Instagram came out and talked publicly to a bunch of journalists about how the Instagram algorithm works. I'm going to jump over to Instagram Live, and we're going to do a quick stream talking about this. So please bear with me. Feel free to jump ahead at least probably a couple minutes into this video so you can miss the technical challenges and greetings and all the things that I have to do to get the Instagram Live video coverage started. But thank you for watching this video. And like I said, please jump ahead a minute or two and we will get into all of the nitty gritty, specifically about how the Instagram algorithm actually works. And that being said, I now need to launch everything. So bear with me if you're staying tuned and watching all of this. I appreciate that. We are going to go live on Instagram if technology will cooperate. Hello to the Instagram world. We are live tonight, unplanned. Big news came out that was hugely validating in my world, so I just need to come and talk about it because finally Instagram has told us how the algorithm really works, and it's everything we have been saying. George is in the house. George, hey. So I am live streaming over on YouTube as well as we do this live. This is a totally unplanned, spontaneous video tonight. We are talking about the Instagram algorithm. Instagram. I can't type tonight, apparently. Algorithm. All right, let me go ahead, get this up here. Put that pinned up there. All right, we got Mariana is in the house. Ken at Watson KS is in the house as well. We got Reno178 is in the house. Danny at Out of My Blooming Mind is here. Watson KS is saying WTF. Jen's Trends is live on Monday. George DeManis said, hi, Jen, I got your back with Andrew and Pete. I appreciate it. I was so robbed of those 2 points. And if that challenge or those 2 points ruined my chance at winning that whole challenge, I will be very upset. But lesson learned, I won't make that mistake again if I'm ever on a contest. I'm just saying, you got to learn your mistakes. Bia Malfatti, I can never pronounce yours properly, is here as well. So you guys, like I said, this is totally spontaneous, unplanned. You probably may have heard about the news coming out in all of the major publications about the Instagram algorithm. I just want to say to all of you amazing, wonderful people who tune in regularly and watch me and listen to my blogs and read my Instagram posts, none of this is new to you. You know all of this. There was literally nothing new in this announcement. But I'm smiling because guess what? I was right. And I feel like bragging and telling the whole world that I was right. Because seriously, you can go back to blog posts from like a year ago when I was talking about this. And this was what I was saying then. And Instagram has come out and said, yeah, this is how we do it. So there have been a couple recent changes to the algorithm that did come out this year, which we talked about. All of which you know. All of which were discussed in this profile, or this meeting that they did with a bunch of journalists. So big news, but not really shocking news. But kudos to Instagram. I will give that kudos, that shout out to Instagram and the Facebook side of things for coming out and being transparent. This is something that they are not normally known for. Facebook does it a little bit, but it's still very kind of hidden as to how the algorithm works. So the fact that they came out, they sat down with these journalists, they put them in a room and they said, here's how it works. OMG, thank you. If the whole freaking shadow ban thing would now disappear, I would feel like my life was actually somewhat complete. Like, I'm not even joking. This would give me so much satisfaction if people would stop talking about it, if the fear-mongering and everything behind shadow banning would just poof, disappear after all of this, because every single publication came out and said, shadow banning does not exist. I mean, come on. Seriously. Whew. I know. I'm fired up. I'm telling you, I've been holding this in all day. Okay, so we have got Aussie Wine TV has joined us. Stockhausens. Hey, Pauline. Good to see you as well. Ken said, oh, hell no, going live before me on this topic. I beat you, Ken. I got you. We got Michael Heed is joining us. George said you were right. Everyone is laughing at me. Axe Blau joined us as well. Mari Smith. Hello, Mari. If you are still watching live, hello. It's so good to see you as well. Axe Blau said, tell me the difference in likes between photo, post, video, and multiple pics or living. I'm not sure quite what you mean by tell you the difference in likes. But if you want to clarify that, I'm happy to talk about that a little bit. Out of my blooming mind said, I knew it. Mariana Noah said, what is shadow banning? Mariana, if you don't know what shadow banning is, consider yourself a very lucky human being and don't ever ask the question again. Seriously. If you do, you can seriously Google it. You can read about it on my blog. You have a ton of videos. Basically, shadow banning is this theory that came out. It really manifested largely in the Instagram world in about early 2017. And it was the idea that content was being hidden from hashtag searches, that if you put your content in hashtags, that Instagram was selectively hiding your content in hashtag searches, which was a temporary glitch. It was a minor issue that blew up into this massive thing. And now shadow ban is just like catch-all phrase for any time you have poor engagement, anytime you have been punished, anytime you don't show up somewhere, everyone uses this catchphrase term shadow ban, which is not at all how it started. It started purely about hashtag exposure. But it blew up. It's gone crazy. Everybody talks about it. All the major publications talk about it. Drives me up the flipping wall. But guess what? It's not true. So that's a great thing. So hopefully this will kind of keep everything going in the right direction and people will stop freaking out about this horrible thing. Out of my blooming mind said it was an excuse for bad content. Mariana seems to be clarifying on this now. Axe Plus said my video post was taken down to possible copyright content. Shadow ban, LOL. Not shadow ban. We're not going down that road. If you have video that has audio, I'm seeing weird hearts popping up on my screen, you guys. Total random side note. The hearts popping up look really different. Normally they're white hearts. They're all multicolored. Like we're going Snapchat. Like not even joking. Periscope. All these things. Like it's like there's colored hearts floating up the screen right now. I'm not even joking. They're always the white hearts that float up the screen. No, they're multicolored. Like there goes a purple one. There's orange and red and green and blue and green and yellow and purple. Oh my God, there's colors everywhere. Okay. Random side note. Instagram made another update. But anyways, Axe Blau, to your point, no, if you had video that had music in the background or anything that could be copyrighted content, they will make you take that content down. So it's not a shadow ban, but your content will often be punished, meaning they will disrupt where your content will show up in order to kind of let you regain control of your account, see what's going on, and make sure that you're not doing other copyright infringement. So if you had some sort of music or something, that could have been the cause of that. Everyone is chiming in about the hearts. Kellyanne Ritz is here. Salsanista is here. Sahira Paper Creations is here. Out of my blooming mind said, to her, the hearts look white. Crochet and Catherine said, I saw rainbow ones. Oh my God, a rainbow one just popped up literally as you said that. Like, it's like Instagram knew we were going to talk about the fact that there was a rainbow one. It was a full-blown. Oh, do you think this is for Pride Month? Do you think this is like an exclusive thing specifically because of Pride Month? I wonder if this is permanent or if it's just because of Pride. The mind is spinning, you guys. The mind is spinning. Watson KS literally just said Pride Hearts. Tanya, hey, we totally just popped in live and randomly, you guys. Everyone is saying, and everyone is laughing at me. Hey. Okay. All right. So you guys, here, I'm going to actually read the actual post information that came specifically from the Instagram announcement. But it is, again, these are all things you know. None of this is groundbreaking. This is the news that came down from this announcement that Instagram sat down with a whole bunch of journalists and a whole like TechCrunch, and a whole bunch of like Later did it. I think Adweek did something. A whole bunch of articles have come out today about the Instagram algorithm. So that is what we are going to go through really quickly. Again, like I said, none of this is groundbreaking. None of this is earth shattering, but it is validation that this is how the Instagram algorithm works. So I do want to clarify that this is the information that was put out there. So when it comes to the algorithm itself, when you see content in your feed, it's about you. I don't know how many times we've said that. It is about you, okay? It is not about the overall popularity of the post. That has a very small impact. What you interact with, what you are more likely to comment or like, and what you are more likely to interact with in any capacity is what you will see. If you typically like content from certain people, that's going to show up higher in your feed. If you typically like content with dogs in it, dog content will show up higher in your feed. The Instagram algorithm is based on your personal interest as a user. This is not a newsflash, but apparently it's a newsflash. So we're going to talk about it in that capacity. Then that is the number one capacity that is looked at in terms of the algorithm, is your level of interest as an individual user using the platform. I've been telling you guys this for I don't know how long. The second, this is actually an update that we talked about a couple months ago that came out. So is recency. The actual recency of the post. Now, as we know, when they went away from the chronological feed, we were seeing a lot of content. If you didn't log in regularly, you were seeing content that was popping up from like 4 days ago or a week ago, and it was very non-chronological. So a couple months ago, Instagram announced that they would make a change in that they would actually put more emphasis on more recent content, not going back to chronological, but that they would go back to the fact that if it was a recent post that would be more likely to be interactive than something that was maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 days old. So there's a higher level of value placed on recency now. And this is new within the last couple months. That is the number 2 criteria. So number 1 is relevance to you. Number 2 is recency. Number 3 is relationship. And when they talk about relationship, they're talking about the relationship you have with that person or that brand. Meaning, if you constantly interact with that person or that brand, that's going to show up higher in your feed. If it's somebody who you are friends with on Facebook, I'm willing to bet they know, because they obviously own each other, that they know that that's a relationship, and that would have a ranking value. They didn't specifically say that, but I've been willing to bet that, and I've been talking about that for a while as well. And things like if you typically comment on certain posts and that sort of thing. So we've got the relevancy to you as a user, we've got the recency of the post, and we have the relationship value of that account to the kind of content you interact with. Those are the top 3 criteria in that specific order as to how the Instagram algorithm works. Now, a bunch of comments came in, so before I go on, I just want to come back and jump in here and say hi to people. Tanya was asking what we are doing, and we are here, girl. We are talking about it. It's not an event per se. It's more of a let's just get this out on the table so that everybody knows that this is what is really going on, and validating the fact that this is what we have been talking about for a significant period of time. Lori K Creations joined us as well. Hello, good to see you. Blue Mountain Lifestyles, Southern Girl 1125 is here. Tanya Plummer Fit said, yeah, nothing new here. Hashtag all about. I told you, nothing new. Marissa Bell Photography joined us as well. Katie Russo is here. Out of My Blooming Mind said Facebook is the same way. Facebook is very similar, but Facebook has a much stronger emphasis on popularity of a post. Instagram does not have a huge factor in terms of popularity, meaning if a whole bunch of people like something on Facebook, you're more likely to see it even if you don't normally interact with it. That is not the case on Instagram. This is a significant difference in the 2 algorithms that most people don't understand. Popularity in general is a big factor on Facebook. Popularity in general isn't even discussed in the information that came out to these journalists. So popularity is not a strong factor on Instagram like it is on Facebook. So it's really important that you guys understand that distinction. Cold Country Wines and Vines is here as well. Southern Girl 1125, hello. Tanya Plummer Fit said, this is why Instagram is better for engagement. Agreed. A Guide to Consulting Services is here as well. Good to see you, sweetie. Okay, so we talked about the 3 main factors. They said, in addition to those factors, there are some additional things that will impact the ranking in your feed. Frequency in terms of how often you open Instagram. So if you open Instagram, and you guys, again, not earth-shattering, I don't know how many times I've told you guys this. If you open Instagram every hour, you're going to see things almost in a chronological order, because Not that much stuff has been posted in the last hour since you logged in. If you log into Instagram once a day, that is a lot of content in the last 24 hours that needs to be sorted to give you the highest ranking content at the top of your feed. So you may miss seeing certain content and things may be more out of sync in terms of a chronological aspect because of the fact that they're going to show you those top performing posts at the top of your feed of everything from the last 24 hours. If you are only logging in once every, sorry, you guys. Hold on. I got the windows open and the door totally just slammed shut. So I apologize. Just to make life a little bit interesting for you guys. Things are slamming around here. So if you only log on to Instagram once a week, then again, that's that much more content that you haven't seen. So the more you log into Instagram, the better sorted your content will be in terms of seeing everything, the more chances you have of seeing everything. This is not exactly rocket science, you guys. I'm not even joking. This is not complicated to understand. The more you log in, the more fresh content you will see. So in terms of then and following, so obviously this is not rocket science, you guys. If you follow a lot of people, you are not going to see as much stuff. Like, if you follow 1,000 people, there is no way that you can possibly see all of that content. Thanks, Tanya. I'm trying to like manage things all at the same time while being on here. And it's really annoying. Okay. We're just going to get rid of that. Okay. Sorry, you guys, a little distraction from random comments popping in from people. So if you're following 1,000 people and they're all posting, then that's that much more content that has to be sorted through your feed when you log in. Now, if on the other hand, you only follow 100 people, then that's that much less content that they have to sort through to give you the quality content you're looking for. So obviously, the more people you follow, the more content has to be sorted. Not exactly shocking. And tying into that frequency is they talk about usage and how often you're on the platform, and how much time you're spending on there actually interacting with other people, and the accounts that you're interacting with will determine, again, the types of content that you see. None of this it's not hard to understand this concept. These are all very basic understandings, but they did lay them out to make sure everybody was on the same page. Okay, so we've got Sophia Decor is in the house. Art and Soul Events is here. And Layman's Terms is here as well. Paul Guerin is here. Thanks, my girl Tanya's got my back over here. Angie Connell Photography is here. Larry Snow and Atomic Child Design is here as well. For those of you who tuned in late, we are just going through the news of the Instagram algorithm that was announced. They had a meeting with journalists and told them how the Instagram algorithm actually works. For those of you who've been following me, for those of you who read my blog posts, watch my videos, none of this is new. This is all relatively basic information that we've been talking about for at least the last year. But they did come out and they put it all out there and everyone's talking about it. So I decided to come on live and just sit here and explain it to you so you guys fully understand the whole ramifications of this algorithm update, which isn't an update. It's just clarification of the whole situation. So that's how the Instagram algorithm works. It's not complicated. 3 primary factors. Some additional factors in terms of your personal usage tie into it. But the key thing, you guys, which we have talked about, I don't know how many times, the Instagram algorithm is based on each individual user's preferential use, meaning what I do and what you do are different. We could follow the exact same accounts and we would see different feeds because I would like different things. I would comment on different things. I would stop and watch different videos than you do. So that has no impact or that your individual usage has the most impact in terms of how things are shown to you in your feed. So that's the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway that people need to understand. And this is how this is significantly different from a lot of other platforms. Evie has joined us as well. Larry Snow said, I like the transparency from them to quell the rumors. I agree, Larry. We talked about that at the top of the show and about how I'm very actually proud of them from coming out and literally putting this out there, being very transparent about it and really, like I said, quelling the rumors, like just putting a stop to all this, which is what we're going to talk about now. Is all the BS that goes out there and that they literally were like, no, and like totally like just knocked all these things out, which I was so happy they did. 100% Dula has joined us as well. What do you think their reasoning is behind announcing it a fish? Tanya, with everything that's going on right now, with privacy concerns, with everything that's going on right now with the whole Facebook landscape, I think that privacy issue is a large component of it. To be honest, I'm not surprised that if Instagram was just sick and tired of fucking shadow banning comments. I'm sick and tired of the fear mongering and the blatant craziness that comes out of these major publications that hire these writers to come out and they just continuously blast the fear mongering. And Facebook does normally do updates and they come out and say, this is how the algorithm works. So the fact that they've now come out to do the same thing on Instagram isn't really shocking. I don't think there's anything specifically behind it in terms of a motivation other than to really just stop this stuff. Like really like just, nip it in the bud. This is not happening. This is what is happening, and really just lay it out there, as well as working on that transparency and really bringing themselves to the forefront, unlike a lot of other platforms, and really saying, look, we will be transparent with our audience and we will be transparent with businesses and really help people understand how this platform works. Watson Kate said, but this isn't a new algorithm, freaking Later post. Yeah, so Later came out with their post and they said, the new Instagram algorithm. And it's like, no, it's not new. It's not new. Nothing is new. It's just, like I said, clarification of how it works, which, of course, was a total clickbait blog post title. Yacht Stew, hello, lovely. Good to see you as well. Southern Girl 1125 said, I loved your FB8 video that clearly explains the new updates. Thank you so much. I'm glad you watched that, and I'm glad that helped you understand everything that came out of that. On My Blooming Mind said, how do you get different accounts to see you? Sweetheart, that's something we cannot talk about in this video because we will be here all night long. Nina Flamenca has joined us. So your stay-at-home mom has joined us as well. Ask Evie is laughing at me, saying, preach, girl. Ellen Grace Marketing has joined us as well. Tanya Plummer said, it's crazy that peeps still believe in shadow banning. Hello, people. Girl, I tell you. And they literally, so these are the things I want to go through in terms of what they came back with and the kind of myth busting really quick. So they said, Instagram, and this is quoted from the TechCrunch article, so this is essentially the same information across all of them. But I'm specifically reading the TechCrunch article right now as we speak. So no, Instagram will not be going back to chronological. Get over it. Okay, cool. We're on the same page. Good. Not going chronological. Hello, Warren. Octave Nation is in the house. Jessica Jean is here as well. So first myth, thought of chronological, not happening. This change, we talked about the recency factor, and that this again came out a couple months ago. They will put more recent content higher in the feed, but it is not going back to chronological. Again, we've been talking about this point for a year. Instagram does not hide any content from you. Okay? No, they don't hide it. They resort it. Technically, if you scroll far enough back, you will see every single post of every single account you follow. Nothing is hidden. Unlike Facebook. Facebook hides shit. Yes, they do. They have blatantly, publicly, and proudly stated that they hide stuff from you. Instagram does not. Okay, moving on. This was not new, but good clarification. The ranking in the feed does not favor photos over videos. This was a big issue when videos came out and everyone said, you got to use video. They're giving high priority to video. But people love photos on Instagram. It's still a photo-based platform. I don't care what they say about video. And some people have amazing impact with video. Okay? Great. Good for you. They're going to see the content that they most likely interact with. It goes back to the relevancy to that user. If that person always watches video, your videos will show up high in the feed. If they don't normally interact with videos, they're not going to see your videos. It's that simple. Watson K is, but only 10% of my audience sees my content. Ken, you're killing me over here. I love you. Stop it. This was from the post that came out in January. God, has it been January already? Has it been freaking 6 months since that post came out and we're still talking about this dumb thing? God. Oh my God. But yes, that was that thing that came out in January that I've already debunked, right? We already talked about all that. So let's just be real. Damien is in the house as well. Okay, so Instagram's feed does not favor users who watch stories, lives, or other pieces of featured content. No shit. Also, in the debunking I did of the January thing that came out, okay? Let's just hold that there for a second. If somebody always watches your live videos, like you guys are watching my live videos, if someone watches every single one of your stories, that interaction has no impact on the regular feed. None. Okay? And if they always interact with your feed, it has no impact on the stories. They are separate from each other. So let's just clarify that. Good? Done? Okay, moving on. Voice Fashions joined us. Ryan Hanley is here as well. Tanya said, I know, right? Hashtag 6 months ago. Octonation said, waiting for you to get to my fave part. Oh, it's coming. It's the last bullet point. I'm leaving it on a high note. Not even joking. Mel Glaze has joined us. And Jessica Jean is saying, thanks for being so real, Jen. Girl, I got you. These things get me going. I'm like, and Tanya's saying she did go rant after all, Ken and Evie. I wasn't really going to do a rant, but when I get to these myth busting parts, you guys know I can't avoid it. It's gonna happen. Erica Beach has just joined us as well. Those of you tuning in, we are talking about the updated information on the Instagram algorithm and the clarifications that came out today that was provided by Instagram to journalists. So right now we're talking about the myth busting type things. So Instagram, okay. So Instagram does not downrank users for posting too frequently, meaning if you post 5 times a day, Instagram's not going to hurt you for it. But as we've talked about a bazillion times, probably not the smartest move. Certain accounts can get away with that kind of content because you have it. Like I always use the example of E-News, and they're, the entertainment news source. And yes, they post a lot of content because they can, and they have the content to post. It works for them. And guess what? I see them all, and I watch them all, and I read them all, and all that good stuff because I care about it. But guess what? They're an exception to the rule. The average account does not have enough content to post 5 times a day. And if you're posting that much, you're going to alienate your audience because they're not going to want to see that much content. And it's not going to be high quality content. So you're just hurting yourself in the long run. But Instagram will not punish you for doing it. Instagram doesn't care. You can post 20 times a day. They don't care. Do what you want. You're just shooting yourself in your foot if you post that much. And that's a whole other topic that I'm not going to get into right now. Erica's saying, I love the rants. Mwah! I'm so glad you do. I love that you guys show up for these things. Warren at Octonation said, but can you talk about the fact that Instagram goes chronological on Tuesdays from 4 to 6 a.m. Mountain Time? Warren, you're killing me. So Warren and I were already talking about this in another group. I think it was in my Facebook group earlier today. Damien chimed in and said, algorithm is more confusing than my ex, not the second one, the first ex, or was it the third? I'm like, see, I can't focus when you guys, between Damien and between Warren and Octonation, I swear to God. And then you get Ken, and if George is still in here, I swear to God, I will lose this entire feed if this is literally, if this is what ends up happening over here. Not even joking. So your stay-at-home mom said, I'm still waiting for the mute function. Girl, I am still waiting for the mute function. All these things keep coming up, and I ain't got none of them. Not even joking. So Cultivated Trends joined us as well as a rock media expert joined us as well. So good to see you guys for tuning in. Okay, so again, clarification that we have been talking about that I have literally said in every single presentation since business profiles came out. Okay? You know what I'm going to say? Let me just say it. There is absolutely no impact on your exposure or your reach, whether you're a personal or a business profile. Okay? None. Absolutely none. It has no impact. They don't care. They will not punish you. It will not go lower in the feed. It will not get less exposure. They don't care in terms of the algorithm where you're a business profile or a personal profile. It makes no difference. So upgrade to a business profile and get all the benefits of the in-app analytics and the call to action buttons and all the great things that happen because nothing else will be affected. Just saying. All right. You and your laurels and your yachties, I see those coming in. I'm not going down that road. I'm not taking the bait. Donna Gucci just joined us as well. Rock Media Expert just said, yes, ma'am. Tanya said, love ya. James from Singapore has just joined us as well. Erica said, I agree. It took weeks to go back to regular. Yes. And that is what I have been saying. that sometimes when you switch, you will see a decrease in engagement for 1 to 2 weeks, because when you do that, Instagram just kind of goes, hey, let's just hit the brakes a little bit. Let's just make sure everything's okay. What you doing? What's going on? And so sometimes your reach, you may see a decline in your reach or your engagement, but within 2 weeks, it has returned to normal. And the same thing happens if you go from a business profile back to a personal profile. So it goes either way. Just when you make changes, Instagram likes to just make you take a little bit of a break. Just make sure you really want to do this, okay? So don't freak out. Just upgrade. We all be good. Rock Media Expert said, I love when you spaz out. I know, I'm going to lose my voice because I'm still I have it's allergies, and I've already got the raspy voice going on today, and now I'm yelling and screaming at the camera. Octonation said they only care about engagement, honey, and keep using users and apps so advertisers make more money. Exactly. That's just it. They want you to be on the platform. They want you to be engaged. They want to sell you ads. So let's just all put it out there that it's clear as mud. Octonation said just make Insta Daddy happy. Oh my God, I love you guys. Okay, here it comes. I'm like Insta Daddy happy. Shadow banning is not a real thing. Okay? We said it. Instagram said it. And every freaking journalist that was in that room that I have read said it. Okay? Shadow banning is not a real thing. It doesn't hide people's content for posting too many hashtags or taking any other actions. I read a couple articles that said Instagram did admit that there was a glitch when all of this happened, and that was fixed a long time ago, okay? So if you're not showing up in hashtag searches, there's an algorithmic search. If you're not showing up in hashtag searches, you may be punished. You may be punished for other reasons related to your account activity, like the fact that you act like a spammer, or you're doing things that maybe you got your content under a copyright violation, or you've been reported. If your content is hitting other spam filters or other triggers, it won't show up in hashtag searches because Instagram's going to punish you. But that has nothing to do with a shadow ban. Okay? Okay. All right. Out of my blooming mind said, you're growling. I know, I'm literally growling. I can't even fix my voice right now. Tanya said, I gotta get back to San Diego, girl. I miss your rants. I need you in real life. Girl, you saw the news. Just for the whole world to know, mama got herself a condo. I did. I got myself a permanent place. Yes, I did. So, girl, you come on down. I got air mattresses. I got beds. I'm just saying. I got room for you, girl. Get your ass down here to San Diego. Donation. I love you, but I literally can't say that. For those people who hear another random fun fact, I'm actually tongue-tied and I cannot roll my R's. So I can't do the occur. I can't do it. I got occur. That's all I get. I literally can't do it. I can't do the whole Kardashian, Cardi B. I can't do it. But I love you. Tanya says she's killing herself laughing at my passion. Hashtags shadow banning. Then what was it? Oh, a glitch. Okay, good. Makes sense now. Okay. Tanya is dying. She said, I did, and I meant to comment, girl. It's okay. I love you. On my blooming mind said, congrats, and haha, and then hashtag air mattress. I'm just saying. I got room. And Ask Evie said, August is coming. Evie's going to come down and stay with me in August. We're doing a girls' weekend and photo shoots and a whole bunch of fun things. Okay. So you guys, that is the news. I don't know how long I've been on here live. I literally didn't watch the clock when I started. I just jumped on here totally randomly out of the blue. Those are the updates. Like I said, nothing new, nothing shocking. If you guys have been following me, if you've been in any of my presentations, if you've been on a webinar with me, if you've read a blog post or watched any of my videos related to algorithms, shadow banning, or anything, none of this is new to you. And I do have to say, like I said at the top of the episode here, I do have to give myself a giant pat on the back because this was so much validation. It is really hard when Instagram doesn't tell you what they're doing and you're going off of all the smart people that you know, people like Octonation. Hold on, you guys. Give me 1 second. Driving me crazy up here. I'm just attracting all of them today. I'm not even joking. Everybody's just up in my business with all these spam comments. So people like Octonation, Warren, he has been great to partner with. I know other people that get early access to features in Instagram. I work with a variety of organizations that do third-party tools that integrate with the Instagram API. So I work with a lot of really smart top of things as they happen, and we test and we learn and we explore and we try to break things to understand how this algorithm works, how Instagram works, how does it work for you. And in doing that, we make our best assumptions. We make the best case studies we can from the information we have available. And then I sit here and I tell you guys, this is what we know to be true. This is what we have tested. This was everything that I did when that January article came out, and I debunked all of those things. I was trying to validate that this is how I get all this information. So for Instagram to come out and literally say all of these things that are complete, and I keep using the word validation, complete validation to what we have been talking about for the last year without any clarification from them, was huge for me today. I had a crazy busy day. I couldn't wait to come in here and jump on live and talk to you guys and really make sure you guys understood what this news was, that it was nothing new, that this is all stuff you guys know, and just to get the right information out there. So again, huge kudos to Instagram for coming out, for even putting, not even just saying a statement, but for putting journalists in the room and literally explaining it to their faces to make sure they understood how this actually works. Huge kudos to Instagram for that. I'm so happy. I am very, like I said, validated in this whole situation. I hope that you guys have a better understanding and comfort in knowing that everything that we have done and that we're working on is true, that this is really how the algorithm works. You guys are seeing the results because you are doing these things as it is, but this will help you better understand in the long run that this really is how the Instagram algorithm works. Octonation said, woohoo. Tanya said, meet me halfway. What's my speaking schedule coming up? Girl, I got some stuff coming up. Let's chat offline. What It Takes Training joined us as well. Octonation said, I agree. We'll try to figure it out and get together. He also said, I'm going to apply at Instagram so we have intel. Screw this guessing game. Dude, seriously, dream job. Like, put me in Instagram. Like, just I want to go be, I'm not even joking. Instagram, I know you're listening because they always listen to me. You know they're listening, right? Like, I'm not even joking. They do listen. I swear they're listening. If they wanted to make me their, maybe director of small business, something like that, to go out and work with small businesses on how to use Instagram for marketing. I'm just saying, dream job. I think there might be a little bit of conflict of interest if they kept giving me all the secrets. Ask Evie said, people just need to listen to hashtag Jen's Trends and then they'd know. A guide to consulting services. Well done. You were right. Insta 100. Everyone's cheersing. Jolene joined us as well. Watson K said victory celebration. Cheers to round of drinks. I know I should have brought the wine. I should have literally brought a glass of wine with me for this. I totally didn't even think about it. What are you going to do? Tanya said, thanks for always telling us the truth. And I'm so happy for you with the validation. Octonation said, I think they're going there. Donna Gucci said, thanks for your passion. Octonation said he's taking off to Denver. Chat soon. All right. Bye. Good to see you, Warren. And Lindsay just joined us as well. So you guys, I'm going to wrap that up. I could ramble on with you guys for a much longer period of time, but I do have 3 blog posts to write, 1 on this topic. So it's actually out there on the blog post. I will try to link back to the video that is currently streaming live on YouTube. And then I have 2 other blog posts that I have to write for Social Media Examiner. So I'm going to have a busy night. Just saying. Got lots to do. So, Erica Beach, I'm just trying to please Insta Daddy and drink wine. Exactly. That's all we can do in life. Let's just do it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in for this random, spontaneous chat tonight. I always appreciate when you guys show up. I love the interaction. I will catch you next Wednesday, not this week, but next Wednesday for our regularly scheduled show. And then in the meantime, stay tuned for this blog post on this topic to come out. And if you are, by the way, if you are not, if you did not authorize my email, if you're on my email list, make sure you authorize that. I'm going through and cleaning up my list in accordance with GDPR. So I literally said, if you don't approve this, I'm taking you off the list, and I'm literally about to drop thousands of people off my list. So if you are on my newsletter list, make sure you go get the email that came. I think it went out yesterday that said, is this really goodbye? Make sure you go in there and update your notification settings, and that way I won't kick you off the list. Just saying. All right, kids, thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Mwah! I will see you next week. Oop, if I can end the video, that would help. Come on, people. There we go. Let's go end. Save that. And we're sharing that to Instagram. All right. And over here on the YouTube world, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found that valuable. I hope that helped clarify some of the information in terms of the Instagram algorithm and how it works. If you have any questions, you are always welcome to reach out to me. Follow me on Instagram at Jens, JENNS_trends, where I always talk about the latest updates and information as they come out from Instagram and any of the things that are going on in the Instagram universe. So thank you so much. I will catch you on the next video.